Welcome to the ListenShare podcast series from the second annual BlogHer 2006 conference, held on July 28th and 29th in San Jose, California, where 750 women bloggers from all over the world came together. I'm Stephanie Roberts with ListenShare, and in this episode, we'll talk with Lisa Stone, co-founder of BlogHer, about the takeaway messages from this year's conference and a sneak preview of what's to come from BlogHer in the future. I'm here with Lisa Stone, one of the founders of BlogHer, and the sessions are done. It's been an amazing conference. The only thing left is the final cocktail party, which I know is going to be a blast, and I'm excited just to hear your summation of the experience.
We are a long way from where are the women bloggers. It is fascinating to be back here again and to see that question is now so passé. And in fact, the audience was right. When we came to them last year and we asked them after the conference, what do you want from the conference? You know, what would you want in the future? Do you want another one? How many days? How much do you want to interact? What do you want to accomplish in the next year? They were preparing at that time to begin to change the world with their blogs. And this final keynote speech with Arianna Huffington, Carolyn Little from Washington Post Newsweek Interactive, Mina Trott, the president and co-founder of Six Apart, and Grace Davis, who started the Hurricane Katrina Direct Relief Fund, it could not have been better. Hurricane Katrina was a really seminal event for this group, and a lot of people took what they discussed at BlogHer last year and just exploded out into activism. There's a lot of confidence that comes from being able to come together, talk about what our goals and dreams and fears are, as these women just did. It's inspirational. It really is. It absolutely is.
One of the things that has amazed me about the conference and talking with people is the incredible diversity of the women that are here, and men too. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Did you see that as well?
Absolutely. One of the things, as someone who's been working in women's content for a decade now, that I constantly try to work against is the sense that women only write about one thing, or that women either write about home or work. Not true. Women write and blog about everything under the sun. Today we've been talking about politics. We've talked about holistic health. We've talked about how to run a better business. We've talked about our children. And we've talked about God. I don't think it gets more diverse than that.
Tell me about, in all of the work and preparation that went into this, what's the big payoff for you and really BlogHer as an organization?
You know, I think that Arianna Huffington really wrapped it up for me, because in the final keynote, she said, instead of waiting for the white knight to come and save us, we really need to find the leader in the mirror and act on those skills fearlessly. That is a major challenge. So today, particularly in the United States, American women, and the majority of our attendees, while we have an international audience, are American, we have so many advantages. There is not a war happening within our borders. We are relatively well-clothed and well-fed, particularly the women at this conference. And the women at the conference today have been talking about how much in the world they would like to continue to change. Well, these four women who have faced so much personally, as they shared with us, have really now, through Arianna, given us this challenge to go forward, face our own demons, and do it for ourselves. And I think the next year is going to be all about how we're doing it for ourselves.
Why do you think conferences like this are so important for bloggers?
I think there's something about real human interaction that can never be replaced. I love the internet. I love being able to go online in the middle of the night when my partner's asleep and our kids are not asking me for something, God bless them. But it is different from being able to hug or talk to a woman who has helped me with something she's written about something private or personal in her life. You know, a recent thing that happened to me was that one of our editors, with whom I speak all the time, who had been engaged, explained in a blog post why her engagement had been broken. And it was in a post called The Catholic and the Atheist. And it was this beautiful, heartbreaking post. Yeah. And I know them both. And because of our professional interactions, I didn't know what was in her heart. And to be able to come together with her here and just give her just the biggest supportive squeeze I possibly could, I'm not sure there's any replacing that. And also, for me, it's personally important to be able to disagree face-to-face, civilly, but heartily, with the people I disagree with. In a way, this is like boot camp for strengthening your own voice. That's what it's become for me. And that's what I see happening to all these women. It's very challenging to be a writer. And all these women are writers, although very few of them give themselves the credit. And for them to be able to hear that they're not alone and that even one other human being might agree with them is massively empowering.
So what do we have to look forward to next year?
We have a lot of work. We have a lot of work. Our next conference is in Chicago, Illinois. It will happen on the last weekend of July, the weekend we have claimed for BlogHer. Before then, however, we have also decided to try to meet the business demand we've been hearing and have a BlogHer business conference in New York. But the biggie will be in Chicago. And I think what we have to do is try to remain true to our credo of listening to the audience. Last year, the way we came up with a concept of how are your blogs changing your world was that we did a post-conference survey. We asked everyone what they were thinking and why they were blogging. Well, yet one more time. Then when Hurricane Katrina happened and we started watching how the group worked together, that concept came together. We'll try to listen just as hard and just as well next year. And I'm eager to get feedback. If anyone has feedback, they should email me at lisa@blogher.org, and I will share it with Jory and Elisa.
Awesome. Well, you and Jory and Elisa have done an amazing job. This conference has been wonderful and really a gift to the blogger community, so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's in many ways a very selfish gift because we truly love the work that we're doing here, and they're fantastic colleagues. I just can't say enough about the work that they've done to pull this off. Exceptional work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To learn more about BlogHer, visit www.blogher.org. This podcast was brought to you by ListenShare. To learn more about ListenShare, the world's corporate podcasting agency, visit www.listenshare.com.